Alright. Checking out these experiments. Deadly plant experiment, here we go.
I imagine that one of these plants would be capable of releasing a toxic vapor. I need to find out exactly how it could be done. I shall begin now. Watson, if you are at all optimistic to have dinner this evening, then I'd recommend that you put on the gas mask.
Let's try this one. Put back. Let's try, stick a pin and poke it.
It appears to have fallen inactive after being disturbed.
Let's poke this one.
No reaction. My word! It shot a spike at me after I stabbed it with a pin. I imagined that its reaction would be ferocious if I increased the strength of my attack.
Let's do it again then.
My word!
Okay, let's put the pin back. Try something else. Okay, let's... How do we put the pin back? Oh, put back. Butter.
This plant becomes inactive after being drenched with alkaloid. This plant becomes...
Wait, no.
This plant becomes inactive after being drenched with alkaloid. It appears to open after being soaked with alkaloid.
Okay, then let's poke it after it opens. Let's poke it now. Ah.
It closed again. I believe I saw a small cloud of gas. I wonder what secrets this plant is hiding. Perhaps if we agitate it to a greater extent whilst it is opened, it will reveal a little more.
Okay, so let's aggravate it with this. Let's make it angry. Open.
It appears to open after being soaked with alkaloid.
Let's aggravate it some more.
No reaction.
Let's give it a caterpillar. Oh.
It closed again. I believe I saw a small cloud of gas. I wonder what secrets this... How interesting.
Oh.
What a strong and effective defensive mechanism. I am interested in what might occur if the prickly plant should shoot at it. I find the behavior of predators utterly fascinating.
So, what if I put you to sleep? Give you a caterpillar.
This plant becomes inactive.
Right.
How interesting. I am interested in what might occur if the...
I'm missing some... Wait, what is... Swap. Okay. Take this and swap. Now let's agitate it. Open.
It appears to open after being soaked with alkaloid.
Wait. How do I want to do this? No, wait. I want this thing to shoot at this thing. So then I'll put The caterpillar's on here. How's that?
Toxic gas with spores. Extraordinary.
Gotcha. I don't know why I was doing this, though.
The plants would be capable of killing only if they were directly next to the victim and stimulated at precisely the right moment.
Let us take our caterpillars to the Colonial Collection Room. We may see things more clearly there.
It is too early, Watson. Our suspects will be there. Let us investigate Kew Gardens one more time and ask some questions.
Sheesh, after that last case, this one just seems crazy intricate. Man! Alright. Deadly precision. Missing deadly plants. Left the plants at Kew Gardens in order to murder. Someone stole the deadly plants before the Divine Syndicate were able to. Yeah, I believe that's the case. Okay, let's go back. Back and forth and back and forth. All right, Watson. What are we doing? Find out how to stimulate the deadly plants in the Colonial Collection. All right. Wait, what do you have to say to yourself? To yourself. For yourself. Prepositions.
Can you tell me if you saw Mr. Montague Dunn on the day of his death?
Yes, of course. I met him, and we went to see Albert, his son, at around 9:30. He appeared quite calm.
What were you doing on the morning of the accident?
After paying multiple visits to Albert, I had a little talk with Miss White. Then I returned to my desk to complete some paperwork. Suddenly I observed that Mr. Dunn was not feeling well, so I ran immediately to fetch Albert. I clearly remember that it was around 10:30, for I was late that morning.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
Boy, this one's tricky. I have no idea what I'm looking for.
Your father's death does seem highly suspicious. What were your movements here on that day?
Suspicious? Well, I was working in the seed house, taking care of something, or Lear Pontus, or... No, wait. These Latin names. And I spent so many hours trying to memorize them.
Did you see your father that day?
Yes. He came here with Mr. Hamish for his weekly visit. There was nothing unusual about that.
And then?
Nothing. They stepped out to the backyard. It was perhaps 20 minutes before 10 o'clock. Then about 10 minutes later, I saw my father heading for the dry tropics room while Mr. Hamish returned here.
And Mr. Hamish and Miss White, what were they both doing that morning?
Mr. Hamish visited me a couple of times. I also saw him returning from talking with Miss White, and that was at 10 minutes past 10. But then he ran back here to me to tell me that my father was feeling unwell. We hurried across to the water lily room, and I found my father lying dead on the floor. Oh, my God.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
Oops. All right, we gotta find that room. Right in here. See if we can recreate that.
These plants come from all the territories of the British Empire.
Alright. What is this?
This is one of the outlets of the ventilation system.
Okay, so then do I turn on, put caterpillars in the ventilation system? Turn this on. It goes in there. Let's see where this goes. It goes up here. How do I turn on the ventilation system? What is this? Suspicious, that's what that is. So. Ventilation system all through here. So how do we... Ventilation system comes out through here. Goes through there. Comes out that side. I'm following the vents. Not sure if that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Vents come through here. Come out here and in through this little room. Wait, that's right. We needed to do something here.
A ventilation system. It should regulate the temperature of the staff buildings.
I need an object of interest. Oh, before performing the experiment, talk to all the suspects. Come on, Ed. Let's read all the instructions. We'll talk to her first.
Can you tell me what Mr. Dunn was doing upon the day of his death?
I can, but there is nothing very special to say. I was in the laboratory when I saw Mr. Dunn heading towards me. Tuesday is the day of his weekly visit. It was supposed to be at 9, but he was 10 minutes late, as usual.
And then?
Well, he came in to say good morning. Then I saw him spend 2 or 3 minutes by the plants outside the laboratory. After that, he ran out in the direction of the nursery, where Mr. Hamish was working. He was always in a rush during the inspection, you see. I would pity anyone who stood in his way.
And that was the last time you saw him?
Yes. I stayed in the laboratory until 20 minutes to 11, when I heard the cries of Albert and Mr. Hamish from the large glass house. I joined them as soon as I could, for I knew that something must be very wrong.
What exactly were you doing in the laboratory?
I was recording an experiment for my thesis. I only stopped my work once when Mr. Hamish visited me briefly around 10 o'clock.
You say you were recording an experiment when the tragedy occurred. Might I listen to the roll?
Certainly. Please do. You will find it in the laboratory. It is number 320.
Thank you, miss.
Everyone has gone, Holmes. The way is clear.
All right. Oh, wow. Okay, so inhaling the spores was first. Okay. Knocked into that.
No, it wasn't like that.
No, it was. Okay, inhaling the spores. Escaping the room. What else is there? Yeah, that was obvious, wasn't it? And
when
that took
Montague
forever.
Dunn was standing close by the plants, the caterpillars were released and caused the deadly spores to activate. Panicking, and likely already half asphyxiated, Montague Dunn started back and knocked over the bust. He rushed to the door, but it was locked. He had to force it open with his shoulder. We already know the outcome. Montague Dunn collapsed and died not far from the pool. Well, It is time to perform our experiment on the ventilation system.
Yeah. Boy, I feel like this one is so drawn out. Heavens. And who can see him from... Whose, office was it that could see him? Somebody, right? Remember that? Someone could see him from their office. Okay, who was it? Let's do this first. Someone could see him from their office. So he was in the Colonial Collection. And one person, remember that when they opened the window they could see him? Remember that part, you guys? So
Seed house.
Yeah. So this was... Whose work desk? This is, what's his name? The kids. Albert's.
From here, we are unable to see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room.
Okay.
This is one of the outlets of the ventilation system.
Okay, so I can't see. Whoops, sorry. Oh, whoop. Look out, Watson! Look out! So, couldn't have been... Maybe Albert didn't do it, because he wouldn't know when he was standing there. But what about this one? Not this one. This one. So, whose desk is this? This is, the other guy's desk.
We can see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room from this window.
Okay, and this is Hamish's. So Hamish knows when he's in there, because he can see him from his work desk. So now, let's go recreate it. And she cannot, right? This is her work area. Or no, where's her work area? Did she have a work desk? Alright, let's go recreate this.
First of all, I need to visit the Colonial Collection Room to see how those caterpillars dropped onto the deadly plants.
Alright. So, into the Colonial Collection Room. To see how the caterpillars dropped.
Dry tropics.
Yeah, just go in. Please. Thank you. Almost there. Alright.
The caterpillars could only fall from the ventilation duct. Our caterpillars are in place. I'll activate the ventilation system so that they fall down. Watson, stay here and observe.
All right, Holmes.
Weird. What's it want me to look at? Yeah, examine that. Okay. No, I'll be right back, Watson. Run all the way back. Wait, it's all about this RB view. Oh, there we go. Okay. Start. Like power.
The power is on. The engine has started. The ventilation system is working.
Okay. Now we come over here, maybe? I can't. No, I cannot go over there. How do I get to... Ventilation system is working. Okay. Can't get over here. Alright, what do we got over here? Oh, what is this?
Excellent. This ventilation fan is working. Let us see if I can activate the other one. From here, we are unable to see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room.
Alrighty. Let's go over here.
Perfect. Now I just need to find Watson to check the result.
Thank you for cutting to it.
It works perfectly, Holmes. Bravo. Now, if you could just help me to get rid of these caterpillars.
Perfect. Now we know how the murder of Montague Dunn was carried out, by activating both Albert's and Mr. Hamish's fans.
But only from Mr. Hamish's workplace would it be possible to see when Montague Dunn entered the Colonial Collection Room.
So... Deadly precision and ventilation used. Oh no. Hamish is guilty. He could be the killer. What is this? What do the rest of these clues mean?
Let's go to Scotland Yard.
Wait, what about the rest of these clues? Could she have done it? The knowledge Miss White acquired at the university might not be enough to guarantee the correct reaction of the deadly plants. Miss White had the biological knowledge. I think she did. So it could be her. But also, Albert's ambition, deadly precision. Albert's not very good at botany. He couldn't have done it. I don't know. Yeah, let's go arrest Hamish. Let's go to Scotland Yard.